Now, as long as I live, the Old One can still be resurrected. I command the Horde. Kill me, and this war will never end. I've lost your edge, Herald.
How did I get hit twice? What hit me?
I've lost your edge, Herald. I've lost your edge, Herald.
Bro. I've lost your edge, Herald. Not today, bitch. Watch out, Doom Guy! Super Salty God, thanks for 100 months. Thank you. Why don't we have the God Lady go kill him? Gotta go. Watch out for the spider. He can hit you from anywhere, and you can't do anything about it. That spider solos this whole team, by the way. Uh-oh. Guys? Is that our boss?
Any word?
No one has seen him since the assault.
We are much better off with him on his own. And you, young sentinel, your father tells me great things about you.
Thank you, sir. The Maker's Church has disavowed all actions taken by the Creed. They give their word he was acting alone.
Doubt it.
And they'll bring justice to anyone that collaborated with them.
Turn the casualties
We'll
or
move
something.
forward with our own Inquisition, quietly.
Oh, there's like 20 people down there.
It is time to look forward. We will always be a people of faith. But we must consider now who we will put that faith in. And I say to you, there is no better place to turn to than ourselves.
Religion
This
bad.
is our home, and we will stand together to the last sentinel to defend it. As we have before, as our ancestors did, as we always will. And lastly, I'll ask you to join me now in paying our respect to him. The people of Argentanur rest easier now, knowing he is out there.
It's the facility from Eternal, guys.
Slayer, prepped for launch.
Let me out, man. I want to see who's responsible. Hugo Martin Bethesda. rank the songs? What songs, bro? This one? It's good. Yesterday, a chatter asked you about the ESC, and that made me curious. Does the US media actually report about Europe and what happens there? Well, I'm sorry to inform you, chatter, but I don't know what the ESC is. So, probably not. In any meaningful manner. You talking about Eurovision? Oh, guards, pull up the notes. Pull up the notes. This game is Doom Eternal for console players, Doom intended for controllers. That was the first observation that I made. And it's true, bro. And what a shame. What a shame, dude. Not a super big fan of the open world shit. Giga true, dog. I did not like that at all. I didn't like walking around scrounging for gold, picking up these meaningless fucking toys, dude. Like, I compare that to the very, like, when you explore an Eternal, you take like a very small side path, get an upgrade token, or like if you're vigilant, you find an upgrade token, you use that to like upgrade your shit in like super meaningful ways, and on top of that you got the shitty fucking toys or whatever, right? Trash. I hated it. Elden Ring open world is bad for the same reasons too. Yeah, but the thing about Elden Ring is you in the world can still find like a unique weapon, upgrade like Scadu Tree Fragment, like you can kill stuff for experience, you know what I mean? It's different. The exploration felt extremely unrewarding, and I hated having to do it, and then eventually I stopped doing it. The game looks like shit. True. Some parts don't look like shit. But, like, I'm not, like, expecting super high def, but I swear to God, it looked goofy at a couple of points. Made for console, which is probably why it runs so good despite it being a new game. True, past me, true. That's probably why it looks like shit in a couple of places. Like, you saw the pop in, the pop out stuff, like, I get it. There are techniques that are used by game developers to make games to make it less intensive. I will say I appreciate the game running extremely well, capturing extremely well in OBS. For example, I think a Cyberpunk, when it came out, dude, and like the weird fourth dimensional objects that were being broadcasted to my OBS that I could not see on my screen. Like, I always think of that. Like, stuff that, like, if I gaze too long at, that the void would reach out and pull me into it. Like, I never ever felt like my frames dropped in this game. So, that's good. Sad that people are calling the Dark Ages music dad rock. That was a random complaint, because there's some... I saw, like, at least 5 or 6 chatters say, yeah, this dad rock sucks. Before I even said anything, so you know they weren't saying that to like try and bait me and shit. This ain't dad rock, dude. That said, it also kind of sucks at like 90% points throughout the game, dude. There, as far as I'm aware, there are only 2 fully distinguishable tracks in the game. Is that a motherfucking deal breaker for me? Me personally, no. That said, I can literally, in my mind, picture the very first time that I heard, what's the name of that song? The only thing they fear is you. Like, I remember the level, I remember the weapon that I was holding, like, when I streamed it. You know what I mean? Like, I remember the enemies that were in front of me. So, it's kind of, that's the effect that good music has in a game like this, right? It's always a positive if it's good. That said, I don't really give a shit, personally. I'm reviewing the list. Hang on. This isn't the hardest thing I've ever done, but it's fucking hard, dude. True. And that was because of the settings that I used. Um, 150 is probably too fast. 150 is probably too fast. Doom game for phone/consoles made after a focus group was assembled at Bethesda for Eternal being too hard on console. Crazy how far backward they went from Eternal. True, past me. Monster animation/designs look goofy. Graphics look like a literal downgrade so they can be displayed probably on PS4. Guns sound like shit and look like shit. True, past me. Glory kills fucking suck ass. Also true. Once again, in Eternal, when you would glory kill something, you would finish the glory kill, look around, every demon is like, holy fuck, dude. You just ripped open this dude's jaw and like pissed down his throat, dude. I'm momentarily staggered, so you can reorient yourself. In this game, you have like 0.5 to 1 second. And this could be because of the speed that I was playing at, to like quickly analyze what was going on around you before you had to continue fighting. And a lot of the time I died as a result of doing that. Actually, not really. There is a stagger in this game, but it definitely felt weird. Like when you kill certain monsters in the arenas in this game, it will trigger the next monsters to spawn. You are locked in the animation, killing the trigger, okay? And as soon as you initiate the glory kill, or at some point during it, the monster, the trigger monster is supposed to spawn will spawn, and it's already charging at you. Is unaffected by the glory kill days. So that sucked ass. I did not I did not like that. Like eventually got to the point where I was like deliberately not glory killing monsters that I figured out because I died so many times were the spawn trigger. I was killing them from range so that I could quickly continue jockeying for position. I preferred linear battle arenas in Doom Eternal. This game feels like they threw shit together and put enemies in afterwards. Yep. That is the most... Oh yeah. Like, they looked fucking stupid. Coming over, like, hills and seeing, like, them lined up in, like, V formation and, like, seeing, like, the motherfucking imps and shit, like scrambling around on the ground and shit, dude. Sucked. I hated that. I hated that. Overlay? I see, that's a good picture. It's someone's shitty attempt to make a game like Doom Eternal while incorporating their stupid vision for push-forward combat. Whatever the fuck that means, bro. Whatever the fuck that means. Before I switched to 150 speed, it was more like stand your ground, it felt like, especially in the early game when I didn't have all of my tools. It's the same director. That's me saying, I was like, surely there's a new game director on this game. No, it is the same guy from Eternal. And then I said, well, sometimes you shoot and miss, I guess. Not sure I want to do an Ultra Nightmare run. I'm still not sure. Music is worse, graphics are worse, gameplay is worse, weird overemphasis on the shit story. It's pretty hype when Doom got busted free from Maker Control, but nothing changed. He continued doing the same shit as before. Yeah, he did that for a long time, too, before he ended up killing the Creed maker or whatever. 150 game speed is the only thing that makes the gameplay feel engaging for me. That's not true. I feel like this game's perfect speed is probably like 125. For me personally, but like I got like halfway through the game on 150 and then I was like, well, I gotta finish it at this point. This game was not made for classic Doom boomers because I am one of them. That was in response to someone in chat saying, I feel like this game was made for classic Doom boomers. Yeah, in retrospect, on the default settings, with how slow and fucking pathetic it feels, it very well could be made for Doom boomers because they are all probably in their 40s and their 50s at this point, and their mind has slowed down to the point where that might feel engaging to them. So that the chatter that I corrected before could very well be like correct about that. Me personally, I think it's literally just designed to sell on consoles. They did a PC port, very gracious of them. Even Starfield had better ship combat than this ship, man. Dragon sections. Weapon swapping input is not buffered, which is annoying. This one's hard to explain. But, like, when I would shoot, and then I would hit, it was like, boom, hit weapon, or boom, hit button to switch. Boom, button. That would not swap my weapon. So I instead, I'd have to wait. Like, waiting to switch my weapon, dude, felt fucking bad, dude. And for most of the game, like in that last level and a couple levels before that, there are points where you like optimally you would be switching your weapon from like the armor breaking weapon to whatever weapon you were using to kill stuff, right? And honestly, I like swapping weapons in Eternal a lot. Like, it got to the point when I was doing my Ultra Nightmare run, I was using up all the way up to like 6 or 7 on my keyboard, like actively. While I'm reading. Sometimes it feels like I'm playing an old Unity Engine 99-cent game on Steam collecting bars of gold. Yeah, that's in regards to the traversal of the zones, like especially the open world zones. It felt fucking bad, dude. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever, like, I mean, some of them were viruses, but like the super cheap, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It felt cheap. Some cool perspective fuckery in the last couple levels. This is like the Cthulhu planet or whatever. That was cool. Like the, what's it called? Like the one, the guy who did the painting with like the stairs that go like sideways and like up and down and shit. Who the fuck was that? Yeah, MC Escher. Like the MC Escher style like level design and shit. And a couple of those levels is really cool. Like, it's only barely MC Escher because of the way that, like, it fucks with your perspective. All the guns in this game sound so limp, true, and some chatters are like, "Oh, it's because your sound volume was down." It sucks regardless. Right now, I'm technically not giving it a fair shake because of all the modifiers. Correct. I will form a new opinion based on the default settings of the Ultra Nightmare run. Yeah. RGB, thanks for taking 5 subs, by the way. Layman and Ozzy Kelborn and Peacekeeper and Rob Gobb, thanks for subbing. My game experience, if I were to rate it based on what I just did, I would rate it like 6.5. It was... Come back tomorrow. We'll play Ultra Nightmare on the default settings. Default game settings. See how far we can get. And then... Because we did a Pandemonium run, which is like the limited lives one, or whatever. I didn't get very far. So it's hard for me to, like, say, like, truly how it felt. Especially after, like, melting my brain playing it on the highest speed and stuff. That's it. That's it. Pandemonium was at a high speed? Wait, was it? Was I at high speed the whole time? Like 120? A 10 out of 10 on Eternal? I forgot why I didn't give it a 10. It was really good. Very good. I don't think I've ever fought an FPS like that. That hasn't been shipped, but that one was fun. I don't know which one I could possibly be talking about. That was good. Okay, let me watch the trailer for the next one. You know what I didn't like about Doom 2016? There was no after-game score screen. Dude, I want to see how many times I died. The fuck was past me smoke? Mod 1. You immediately watched Doom Eternal gameplay and then played Boneworks. I think you didn't give it a 10 because you said no game is 10 out of 10. Damn, they have the VOD and everything, bro. What the fuck? After Eternal, you played Half-Life Alyx, so what VR game are you playing next? I actually don't really have room for VR in my office. If something really good comes out, I'll make room, but man, right now it's not. Like, it's pretty full up. Tomorrow we'll try an Ultra Nightmare run. I don't think I'm gonna die. And that's not me being cocky, but after we went back and played default Nightmare settings, dude, it'll have to be especially egregious mistakes on my part to die, I feel like. Would I give Eternal a 10 out of 10 now? Yeah, dude, I don't know how good... we didn't know how good we had it, bro. Doom Eternal base... I'm comfortable enough to raise that to a 10, bro. I think I am comfortable enough to raise that to a 10. I think I am. Especially playing this game, the whole time I was wishing I was playing Eternal, dude. There's a mod to remove the parry slowdown if you want it. Not really. I mean, I needed the slowdown on the 150 speed. Metal Hellsinger, 6.5 Doom the Dark Ages. That Metal Hellsinger game sucked fucking ass, dude. 100% nostalgia talking. Half of the shit you say about Eternal aren't even true. Nah, that game was fucking sick, man. In fact, it's so sick that I am mentally apologizing to Past Me for playing this game all the way through. Okay, I'm done. Back tomorrow. Ultra Nightmare attempt. I'm gonna go eat. Jerk off. Thank you, moderators. I love you. Twitch chatters, I love you. Everyone who gives me money, we're best friends. Peace out. Till tomorrow.